Well, hello, and welcome back to the channel. We're talking Kingdom Death Monster tonight. Oh yeah. I actually managed to complete the core set and I think 2 or 3 expansions. And they are fully painted, and this is what I wanted to show you tonight. This is yet another Friday afternoon slash evening. We're enjoying ourselves with this fine blended scotch. This time Chivas Regal 15-year-old, finished in cognac casks. An interesting expression release from Chivas. I haven't tried that one before. I decided to pick it up at a local supermarket. And yeah, so far so good. I'm enjoying that one quite a lot actually. Nice, delicate, smooth. Um, yeah, an interesting Friday evening sipping whiskey on the side. So this is what we're celebrating our latest addition to our collection with. Yeah, Kingdom Death Monster, the behemoth of a game, until recently, until Oathsworn and maybe ATO have been released. You know, some competition that's trying to take the crown away from Kingdom Death Monster, but this has always been my number one for many reasons. For its atmosphere, climate, for its mechanics, intricacies, and you know, all sorts of different things. There's quite a lot of rules to go through to master before you can enjoy the game immensely. I actually played several campaigns until Lanternier 8, 9, 10, and then I decided to go back and try again because there were so many rules that I somehow managed to screw up. Yeah, so here we go. Let's talk about painted minis, okay? This is what we're here for tonight. We won't be playing the game. I'm just trying to show you the minis, what they look like, how they've been painted, why we decided to go for all sorts of different colors and shades and lighting for them. So this is one of the survivors. Let's see if we can get him in focus. So here he is in his cape. I actually, you know, adore Kingdom Death Monster minis. I think they're even better than the Games Workshop ones. Yeah, many people criticize both, but for me, they're perfect. They have a lot of details, nice poses. Yeah, so here we are. One of the ladies. What's her name? Hopefully you guys can teach me the names of these characters in the comment section below. Here she is, carrying the lantern and a whip. Yeah. Another starting survivor, one of the ladies, one of the women, of course. She's carrying the founding stone and a lantern right there. Okay, let's try and come on, focus. I think I have to keep her at a distance. So here she is with a fantastic base. Second starting survivor, again carrying bloodied founding stone on a nice base. Yeah, there she is. Okay, well, the guys, this is the final fourth starting survivor. I haven't painted I haven't even assembled the armor sets yet. I haven't decided which ones I want to go for. I want to play the game several times before I do that actually, but I want to have starting survivors because I quite enjoy their the way they look in the beginning. So here we are. One of the last starting survivor minis that I have assembled and painted. So yeah, let's get the most obvious ones out of the way first, and let's start with the monsters. Of course, let's kick things off with the big boy, himself, the White Lion. Whew. I absolutely enjoy playing against him. I haven't tried the second or third difficulty level of him yet. The very first one is proving to be a formidable foe, especially with his claws and fangs and everything. But yeah, the way he came out to be with all the muscles sticking out, with his mane clearly visible, bloodied paw. Yeah, fantastic mini on a beautiful base. Yeah, look at that. Wow, beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. Okay, there she is, the second of the bosses, Screaming Antelope. There she is. I think this is one of the coolest ideas that I've seen for an enemy. An antelope, well, a screaming antelope. She's a furious opponent, and this gaping hole right there in her stomach, her intestines are gone. You know, what an incredible idea for an enemy. I wish she was a little bit more like in the art book. I won't spoil anything, but there is something to it here when you look at the pictures in the book. When you look her up in the book, she looks somewhat slightly different, and I wish they represented that in a miniature. But even as it is, whoa, what a gory representation of a furious animal. Okay, right, who should we look at next? Let's have a look at Big Boy Bird himself, the Phoenix. And I have to tell you, one of the largest minis that I have in my collection. And he is fully painted, as you can see, with this fantastic resin base, swampy looking. Maybe I can zoom in. Will I get it in focus? Yeah. So there it is, his base. And I absolutely, you know, adore whoever came up with this idea for this miniature. It's a combination of a human. You can see it's the person's face inside its beak, the hands, human-like hands, you know, with these really nasty bony figures and nails. What an idea. And then you can see the tiny little hands. Where are they? On its body. Oh, there they are. Look at that. Over there and here. The feathers. Phew. What a fantastic looking creature. And a formidable foe at that. Great fight against the Phoenix. We might actually showcase one of the fights with him as soon as we actually reach that part of the campaign. I can't recall which Lanternier Phoenix shows up, but it's mid-game-ish, something like that. So there you are. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. There you go. Let's slide him to the side for just a moment. Let's have a look at the hands, King's hands. Let's have a look at both of them at the same time, to be honest. So there they are. The very first one with an upgraded base, something that the artist, the painter, decided to add to boost this miniature a little bit, because I think that out of all of the available bosses, these are the dullest, the most boring ones, even though the minis are quite detailed. As you can see, there's so many different details, bits and pieces here and there, on the sides and at the back. You know, it looks absolutely gorgeous, but in my opinion, they do not fit. They do not fit the atmosphere at all. If you put them against the Phoenix or the Antelope right there, these guys, I don't know. I do not know. Okay, focus. There you go. That's the first one. Let's have a look at the other one. Again, perfect details, a lot of passion put into creating this miniature, I'm sure, for the designer, but still I just don't get, you know, the vibe, the reason why they decided to put in King's Hands like that in the game. Anyways, maybe I'll live long enough in the campaign to understand that. Well, we'll see about it. Okay, who's next? The smoke dude. There he is. Now look at him. What a fantastic mini. Whew. Look at him with his belly protruding like that. Bloody hell. Focus, come on. There you go. Wow. The base, the upgraded base with all the skulls right there. Nice choice of colors. His what is it? A club, mace? I don't know. 200 at that. Massive little thing. Yeah. I can't recall fighting him. I think he shows up later in the campaign. I'm not quite sure about that. We will be playing the game soon-ish, so I'm sure we will find out if we live long enough. Okay, now I'll skip one of the bosses just for the moment, and I'll show you the Watcher, right? The final boss, if I understand it correctly. I'm not quite sure of that, but the way he came out, oh, I absolutely fell in love with this miniature, with all these lanterns under his cloak, you know, casting light and everything, and these glowy, yellowy, what is it, like tentacles? I don't know. Looks like tentacles. Whew. I can't wait to learn more about the Watcher and what his, you know, lore is, what he's all about, why he shows up, why he comes to the village, and what is it that he really wants from us survivors. I really like that miniature, and I'm quite sure I'll be using him in other, especially D&D games, because I can already see the application of him in many different games. Right, before we complete the core, I would like to show you one more miniature, and this is the Butcher, of course. For all of you who are familiar with the game, you already noticed that I haven't shown the Butcher yet. And the reason is his base. Look at him. Look at how he's done. He's standing in this puddle of blood with all these skulls and skeleton, like a chest, rib cage, something like that, isn't it? Yeah, soaked in blood. Look at this. Woo! This is something that the artist came up on his own. I just wanted the Butcher to look, you know, to look fitting to his lore and the way he presents himself to the fight and everything. But the outcome, I haven't actually seen that during the creation of that mini, during the paint job. I actually saw the final result, and the guy said, "Do you like it?" I said, "Bloody hell, I love it. Look at it." Okay, can I actually zoom in so that you can see the skulls soaked in blood? Look at that. Wow. Beautiful stuff. I really can't wait to fight him again. I think I fought him once or twice, and he just demolished my survivors. We weren't ready for him, and he just obliterated. He cut us to pieces and left, laughing. So there we are, the Butcher. Okay. So far, I only have 2 expansions painted. One of them is the Lonely Tree. Why? Many people look down on this expansion saying it doesn't do much, it's broken, you need 1.6 upgrade for it to be playable and effective. I actually have the 1.6 upgrade, but until I've played at least several different games using the original rules, I will not be applying the 1.6, even though many people say that you should start with 1.6 immediately, and you shouldn't bother with any previous versions. But I've heard so many good things about 1.5. Many people say that 1.5 is a complete KDM experience, maybe apart from Lonely Tree, but like to see it for myself. Anyways, I always really liked the Sculpt, the Mini, for that. So here it is, painted together with the fruit hanging on the branches. Yeah, again, fantastic idea with the bark forming into hands, which then grasp the faces at its base. Fantastic stuff. Whew. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'll just slide it to the side. So far, this is the full view of all the minis, apart from one. You may have seen him before in different videos that I've recorded for other games, but here he is, Gorm himself, or herself. I think it's a he, isn't it? Oh yes, it's a he. It's a boy. Right, so Gorm. You know, even before I decided to go all in with KDM, as soon as I saw Gorm, the artwork and the minis and the Kickstarter page, whatever it was, I said, what a fantastic idea. Whoever came up with this grotesque mini combination of a child and elephant, a monster of some sort, and then human-like hands instead of feet. Wow. And then his face with this antennae sticking out, his absent eyes, and his massive, well, what is it? A jaw with these creepy hands sticking out. Wow. So there he is, Gorm. And again, the idea that we had was to create something, you know, the colors and the shades to make it look like leather, like skin, and to see the veins. Hopefully you can see it on camera. I'm sure you can. The veins popping out through the skin, so you can clearly see that here and there. Whew, what a fantastic idea and representation of Gorm. So here he is. Yeah, Gormy little thing. I haven't had a chance to hunt him, because if I recall correctly, he replaces the White Lion, doesn't he? So we haven't played long enough to do just that, but we will be doing that very soon. So here we are, my KDM painted collection so far. I have all the other base upgrades and expansions apart from the Flower Knight. For some reason I never managed to acquire it, and with the recent eBay prices, I don't think I'll be acquiring that anytime soon, because I'm not willing to pay 200 euros or whatever it is in dollars or pounds. No way. Right, I have enough content to last me for years before I even have to look at Flower Knight, even though apparently it's a very good expansion. But I'd rather go for the Manhunter, Slenderman, the Dragon King, or the Sunstalker before I even consider buying the Flower Knight. Yeah, and I'll see about the Gunblast chest if it ever arrives at our doorsteps. Anyways, this is Kingdom Death Monster. This video was slightly longer than the usual painted minis overview, but this is a special game to me. I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy playing that a lot. With all the AI cards, with different monsters that you can hand develop your settlement in a roguelike fashion. So here we are, KDM. Tell me what you think about the game itself. Have you played it? Do you own it? Do you like it or you hate it? Tell me what you think about the minis and whether you'd like me to post some of the playthroughs, and what is it specifically that you'd like to see if you're interested in KDM gameplays. Until then, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this overview of the painted minis, and I'll see you in the next one shortly. Bye bye.